Hi, I'm Joey Mancuso, and I am about to perform my demonstrative speech. Here's my audience today. I have Jerry and Haley, and Buddy, and Terry, my mom, and my grandparents, Grammy and Gramps. All right. Hi. The game of baseball is much like an art. When you break it down into its positions, you find a greater appreciation for the game. The position of catcher is one such position where as you learn what makes a great catcher, you find a whole new appreciation. The strange thing about catchers is that the best ones are the ones who are the least noticed often. This is because their main job is to prevent things from going wrong. There are four main areas of skill development where a catcher needs to develop. The first two go hand in hand. They are receiving and blocking. The next one is throwing, and this is important to stop the opponent's running game. And the final is leadership. This is important to carry the pitcher throughout the game, especially when he becomes unsettled. Having played college baseball and played baseball my whole life, I have been taught by many former major leaguers who taught me what makes a great catcher. While not everyone will play baseball or play the position of catcher, just knowing what makes a great one is what makes it so special. The first area for a catcher to work on is that of receiving. The important thing about receiving is to make pitches look like strikes. In order to do this, a catcher must stay calm and try to minimize their movement throughout the game. So when they set up for a pitch, they try to minimize the movement wherever the pitch is and make the pitch look like it's in the strike zone. In order to do this, they need soft hands and a calm position. So in order to show you what a catcher does, I'll now have one of my members, my brother, throw a few pitches, and you will see how a catcher moves in order to make pitches look like strikes. So for an outside pitch, please come over here, thank you. For an outside pitch, we will move our bodies and try to make the pitch look like it's in front of us. For an inside pitch, we will move the body over here. For a down pitch, we will try to bring the pitch up. So here's an example of a pitch on this side of the plate. And we try to move our body so that the umpire thinks the ball is in front of us. Another thing we can do to develop soft hands is we toss ourselves a tennis ball. And we take off our glove and simply work on catching the ball with our hand. Here's such an example. You just have another person throwing the ball, and you just catch it. You can even use a wall and just toss the ball back and forth. This is how we work on receiving drills to start out and develop. And as we catch bullpens, as our pitchers throw, we can work on these. Another important development is blocking. We must block the baseball to keep the baseball in front of us and prevent runners from advancing. In order to do this, we work on several positions that keep the ball in front of us. There are a wide range of pitches that we must work on and that we're going to see throughout the games. We'll see pitches down the middle, and we'll see pitches on each of the sides. So in order to get that, the first thing to do is put your glove down and then put your body down and let the ball hit your chest and stay in front of you. The important thing to do is keep the ball close so that we can recover it before a runner advances. This is called the shadow blocking drill, and we do this just to practice our positions. We can do this to each side and work on this on our own. We don't need anyone to work with. Another thing we can do is have a person throw blocks to us. It is important to wear gear doing this drill so you do not hurt yourself. Or you can use tennis balls just as well. He's now going to throw me a couple of blocks, and you're going to see how I attempt to keep the ball as close as possible to my body. And then, as the ball bounces in front of us, we attempt to recover it as quickly as possible so that the runners do not advance. Another area of expertise that we work on is that of throwing. We must be able to throw the baseball very well and accurately in order to prevent runners from stealing. We do this by mainly working on quick transfers from the glove to the hand and making accurate throws. This is another thing we can work on without anyone else to work with. We can just work on our position. When we catch the ball, right foot, left foot, transfer, and throw. Again, you can have a person throw the ball to you, and you can work on your transfer. Since we are not outside on the field today, we will not actually demonstrate a throw, but now you can see having someone throw it to you. And the important position is to gain ground towards the bag and work towards second to prevent runners from stealing. The final area that we attempt to work on is that of leadership. It is important for a catcher to be a leader because throughout the game, the pitcher is going to get rattled and bad things are going to happen. So it is our job as a catcher to be the quarterback of the team and settle down the pitcher and get him back into the strike zone. After all, if we're not throwing strikes, it's going to be very hard to win the game. Well, those are the four main areas that we try to work on as catchers, and those are the drills we do as beginners. And then as we work up, we work on harder drills and work for longer periods of time to become the best. Hopefully the next time you watch a game, you can sit down and watch the catcher and just notice that if things are going well, the catcher's not drawing very much attention. This is because the balls aren't getting away from him, runners are not advancing, and everything is going well. He's keeping his pitcher calm, he's keeping strikes. That is how the best catchers work throughout the game. So hopefully next time you can watch, you can see that. Even if your son or daughter, no one plays catcher in your family or plays baseball, I hope that you now understand how catchers work and you have a new appreciation for the game of baseball. Thank you for your time.